This is Bob Anderson, and I'm going to do my recap for August 22nd, 2022, day 6 of my funded trading account with Apex Trader Funding. God, I struggle with that name, Apex Trader Funding. Anyways, it was it was a down day in the market today, and before I even looked to trade at 8:30 this morning, I mean, the market had already steamed down quite a bit. And I alluded earlier in one of my videos that I struggle to see trades to the short side. Going back and looking at the charts, there were some short side trades that worked, but even so, they took quite a bit of time to work to hit target of, say, 5 points, and in a lot of cases they were like 3 points and then roll up. Anyway, so I'll show a little bit of that, but I did take 2 trades. First one was a loss, and the second one was a win. The net was like 167.50 or something like that, something along those lines. So I had a positive day. Again, remember, I'm limping my way to at least the end of the month to get at least $2,000. Well, I'm at $1,250 now, net of commissions and everything, and I think I still have 7 trading days left. So anyways, that being said, not much happened. I'll show you on my charts that was in my strike zone. Another thing I'm going to do later this week is I'm going to do an actual video of what all the lines on my chart mean and what the settings are for them and things like that, because I've had a couple people message me and just ask me that. And then I'm gonna make another comment. I talked about how I don't have like indicators on my charts, and that my whole trading strategy is based off of price action. And I thought about that over the weekend to try to figure out, now, how do I validate some of that? I think I may have said that I've, been through so many different little seminars and web classes and all this kind of stuff from people from, get rich quick gurus on trading and all that kind of stuff. And, besides the fact that most of them didn't even look like they traded at all, that they were just selling some kind of thing with a lot of fancy gadgets on it, that I couldn't figure out how to get to work. And of course, they wanted a lot of money for those things once your trial was over and things like that. And but I did find throughout my decade-long, just kind of on and off trading thing, I did find people that I thought were very successful traders. And one trades is a gap trader, trades gaps, morning gaps on stocks. Another one trades options, and another one trades literally stocks. And the interesting thing about all three of them, the one that trades stocks does have some oscillators on his chart, but at the end of the day, if you watch what he's doing, it's price action. And the same thing with the other two. At the end of the day, it's price action. If you can just feel the rhythm of the market, if you can just recognize where the panic is, and you can just recognize where the trends are going, and you can just get yourself in at a niche, it's price action. It's price action, and consistency. Price action and consistency. The trade entries consistent, the stops consistent, the targets consistent. You do all those things, and ultimately, hopefully it works. The one guy that's a gap trader, I mean, whew, he's a really successful trader, and I'm pretty confident that he's the real deal. But anyways, it's pure price action with him, and he's using moving averages very similar to me. And he's looking for a lot of the exact same stuff I am in his trading. And he's looking, and ironically, he's looking for longs. He doesn't take shorts. He's looking for longs also. He doesn't take shorts. He sees the charts the way I do. He sees how it goes this way and has a hard time seeing it go that way. Anyways, so let's get to the charts. And I blabbed enough about nothing. But later on this week, I will put out what all the settings are and what these lines mean, and I'll go over it in detail. Anyways, here you go. Here's the charts for today. All right, this is my 1 minute chart, and again, my 5 minute chart is over here. So let's go to the 1 minute. I wanted to show you something very interesting on this 1 minute chart before we get to when I'm looking to trade. Very interesting. And that's this. This is 6 o'clock in the evening yesterday. This is right here. 1800 hours, 6 o'clock. This is when the market opened. This is the price that the market opened. That dotted yellow line that I told you about before, that I've mentioned. If you don't have that on your chart and you're trading futures, yeah, you probably need to. But anyways, because look what happened. This is where it opened. Rush down, boom, 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 boom. Get to about, now all my charts are at Eastern Standard Time. Right here. At 11 o'clock. Bam. Rolled down. From there, the market dropped almost 100 points. 100 points, not ticks, points. That's 400 ticks. And look at it. It's right there. Just touched it and then rolled over. Never touched it again the rest of the day. Just kept on rolling over. Anyways, I just thought that was very interesting. I always like when certain things on my chart are like, you know, touch and go. It's something to observe. It's just years of observation of certain things. Anyways, this is my 8:30 open, or not open. This is my 8:30 when I start looking to trade. It's like my little clock. I got my coffee. I sit in front of this chart, and it's 8:30 in the morning. Well, it'll roll up, roll down. By the way, on the 5 minute chart at the same time, the chart is saying short. Short, 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 short. So, nothing, even though this broke up through the pivot, came back and set up for a long, I'm not taking it. If that makes sense. Even though this broke up, pulled back into the chart, set up, I'm not taking it. Because again, it's the longs. It's only looking for longs. I mean, it's on the 5 minute chart is telling you to go short, short, short. That's it. So that's why I didn't take any attempt of these breaks here. Then 9:30 was the open. Of course, I try to stay away from that, i.e. the 2 losses I had last week of getting into this action too early. And I'm going to show you something interesting. This is very important. At least it is in my opinion. So this rolls down. You got your roll up into your average here, and then another roll over, but it never touched. Rolled over. And by the way, this is always like a way until this thing pulls down more. Then it stepped up again. See how that's like a step? Up, down, up. That's like a step. Whenever I see that, that to me, that's indecision of what direction we're going. What you want to see is the down, up, down. And you want this down to be lower than this down. You don't want it to step like that. So that's why I didn't take that right there, which turned out to be, you know, a great trade, but we stepped to it. I'm just not going to do that. Same thing here, kind of went down and then up and rolled over. This one actually turned out to be okay, but it just, I didn't take it again. I don't like looking at, I have a hard time taking shorts. Here's a nice one. It rolled down, broke the pivot. Here's your pivot, rolled up, and then the break of that candle down for 5 points. You could have gotten 5 points. That was the best setup of the morning before 10:30. Down, up into your lines. You got your sell stop below the highest candle, which would have been this one right here, so that when that candle closed and this one opened and it broke down, that's your trade right there. That's your trade. That's it right there. Again, broke the pivot, rolled up into your lines. You got a sell stop below that candle, and wham, 5 points right there. Best trade of the morning. I didn't take it. As I said, I have a hard time seeing shorts. And again, because the 5 minute candles, because the 5 minute chart was so far behind, lagging, even these little bump ups were not trades, because the 5 minute was still crashing down. So we'll go along, and look for my 2 trades that I did take when it finally got past the 5 minute long. That was here. So finally, when this push up through this pivot, I missed this part right here. I could have had that, but I would have gotten knocked out at even. But anyways, we are on the other side of the moving averages on the 5 minute chart finally. So we rolled up and rolled down, and I tried to take a break of this candle right here. So we pulled back into this, and then the break of the candle, boom, and it just rolled right over. I had my stop below the bottom of that candle right there. So I lost 87.50. Now, the irony is, as I said, we are on the north side of the momentum lines in the 5 minute chart at this time. So we go over here and look at that. It starts doing it again. So it thrusts up, breaks this pivot, rolls back into these averages. Boom, I was long there, came up, came down. I grabbed another buy stop, threw it right in here because I could see this running up. Boom, boom. Remember, now that's a 2 minute, that's this long was 2 minutes. This long was 1 minute. It's kind of like that's how I like my trades. You know you're on the right side of the trade when you're in it for like a minute or two. And that one was like $300. And then that's it. This thing rolled right over and just got choppy again. And I was like, I'm done. This was way past my 10:30 time anyways. This was 11:26 and this was 11:39 in the morning. So, but that was finally when the market went north of the moving averages. It ended up crashing down and staying below the moving averages the rest of the day. I mean, it was a bad day. It was a bad day in the market. Maybe the market's starting to finally understand what the bond market's been saying. Guess what the bond market's been saying? The economy is not doing well. Regardless of what your TV tells you. Anyways, those are my 2 trades of the day. None of them that spectacular. But both of them were right in my strategy. and you know the results are really, you know, minuscule. I get that. We just need it. If we had a trending long day, like we had a trending down day today, it would have been $1,000 day for me. Easy. I mean, easy, just easy. Two things is the longs go smoother than the shorts. Also, I will tell you that the longs have a tendency to run smoother, the long trades on the ES, than the short trades. It's just easier to see the trades for me, and it's also easier to make money when they're going long. It's just nice and smooth and rhythmic a lot of times. Today was smooth and rhythmic, but to the short side. But even at that, there was a lot of green and red, green and red, and green and red, and green and red, because the buyers were fighting the selling throughout the whole day. So anyways, that's the end of the day. Again, sometime this week I will do a video on my what all those colored lines mean and everything, and I will also show how the buy stops and the sell stops work on the chart, because that's very important. I mean, I literally just plug the stuff on the screen and then I'm done. I don't have to push buttons, nothing. My automatic trade management does it for me. I don't do anything. Anyways, that's it. Everybody have a good day, and thank you very much. Bye-bye.